Hi, this is Sienna from Divine Black Feminine, and welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me in another tarot reading. And this tarot reading will be about Mercury Retrograde, okay? So Mercury Retrograde starts on August 24th. We're already in the shadow period of Mercury Retrograde, so we may be feeling this energy already. So during Mercury Retrograde, we're really being called to reevaluate forms of communication. So this relates to romantic relationships, friendships, co-working relationships, business deals, okay? It can even relate to interviews as well if you're going on interviews for a new job, okay? So yeah, Mercury retrograde relates to all of those things, and this retrograde is really known for causing delays in communication as well, okay? So that we can really take a step back and evaluate, you know, how we're communicating with people and decide whether or not they're the most effective ways of communicating. Okay, so yeah, you might be receiving some delays, you know, especially related to online communication, so on social media, through emails, through text messages, okay? So Mercury retrograde can be very frustrating. People may have very abrupt communication, or people may just be pretty short with people sometimes, okay? So yeah, that is all happening because, like I said before, we're really being called to reevaluate how we communicate with others, okay? Retrogrades are all about reflecting and reassessing things, okay? So yeah, when it comes to this retrograde, we're being called to reassess our communication skills. All right, so I will get started then with the reading, but before actually I get started with that, I wanted to talk about crystals that are really good for Mercury retrograde. So I was getting the vibe that we really need to work with clear quartz at this time. Okay, I have my two pieces of clear quartz here. Okay, so I chose clear quartz for my main crystal that I want to work with during Mercury retrograde, because clear quartz is all about clarity, okay? And yeah, during this time, you know, communication may not be super clear, okay? So in order to heighten your sorry guys, I almost like choked on some spit. I'm totally sorry about that. So yeah, if you really want to heighten your communication skills during Mercury retrograde and, you know, speak as clearly and effectively as possible, I would definitely set some intentions with clear quartz so that you can make sure that you do that, okay? I also feel like clear quartz will help you pay attention to things related to Mercury retrograde, like important messages that you might be receiving, you know, important business deals that you might be having, okay, important meetings that you might be having as well. So yeah, I feel like people could be struggling with their attention span during Mercury retrograde, so I feel like it's good to bring a piece of clear quartz with you everywhere you go, especially to work, so that you can really prioritize clear communication skills, okay? Another crystal that I feel like is good for Mercury retrograde is definitely selenite, okay? Selenite is another crystal that has a very clarifying and clear energy. It's used to cleanse other crystals, and you can use it to cleanse, you know, your witchy items as well if you have them. So yeah, I feel like selenite is a crystal that really helps you feel very balanced. It helps you clear your aura, cleanse your aura. So yeah, I wave selenite over myself, honestly, like every day mostly, okay, to just really relax my aura and cleanse myself, so that I'm not taking in any, you know, negative or lower vibrational energies, okay, throughout the day. So it would be really good for you guys to get a piece of selenite. You don't have to get a piece as big as mine, okay? You can find selenite for really cheap at metaphysical shops, okay? You know, you could get it for like as low as $3 or something, like a little piece. So yeah, I would definitely get you guys some selenite, because it can also give you those clarity vibes as well that we really need to have during Mercury retrograde. Okay, another crystal to work with as well is celestite. Okay, celestite is definitely a stone of communication. It's related to the throat center or the throat chakra. So I would definitely set some intentions with celestite as well, to make sure that you guys are, you know, speaking as clearly as possible, so that you guys don't have any, so that you can start clearing blocks related to your throat center, because I feel like that energy is going to be coming up during Mercury retrograde, okay, because Mercury retrograde is going to force us to see where we've held back in terms of communication. So a lot of times, you know, people are anxious to communicate their truths because they feel like they won't be accepted by others. So I feel like celestite can really help you start to speak your truth. It's a stone that's associated with the angelic realm, okay, so it has a soft energy. It can also have a harsh energy as well, but it depends on how you work with it. But yeah, I would maybe, you know, set some intentions around speaking your truth and doing it in a very relaxed way so you don't feel so pressured, okay? Because yeah, I feel like during Mercury retrograde we might be feeling a lot of pressure to speak our truths, and we might be wondering, how do we speak our truth in the most effective way so that people will listen to us. I feel like celestite can really help us figure out how to do that in a very calming way. Okay, so yeah, those are the crystals that you guys should work with for Mercury retrograde. Okay, so let's start pulling some tarot cards then. Ooh, okay, those just all fell into my lap. So yeah, today I'm using the Magical Nordic Tarot. Okay, I was just like called to this deck today, so we'll be using this for the reading. Okay, so the first question is, what is the main vibe that we need to know for Mercury retrograde? What is the main vibe that we need to know? All right, let's see what we have here. Ooh, 9 of Wands, determination. Okay, so I'm hearing fighting for your truth, okay? So the 9 of Wands is a card that represents final battles, okay, climaxes, like in stories, okay? It's a card that definitely relates to hard work. You guys have been pushing yourselves a lot, especially during, you know, Leo season, okay? Because Leo season is a season, you know, in the astrological wheel where we feel very creative, where we feel like we want to push ourselves hard, okay? So if you're familiar with tarot, strength is a card that's associated with Leo. Okay, so yeah, I feel like you guys have had the strength to really push yourselves creatively this month, okay, which is really good. It's awesome. But I feel like through that creative journey, you guys have had some setbacks. You guys have really, you know, been working very hard to the point where now you might feel a bit burnt out. You guys might be feeling a bit angry or frustrated with people. So yeah, this is really calling you guys to stay determined, to keep going, because yeah, I do feel like with Mercury retrograde, I'm not sure how long it lasts. I have to look that up, but I do feel like over the next 30 days after August 24th, you guys might be receiving some pushback with people involved with your creative projects, okay? You could be. So yeah, you could be feeling very frustrated. You could be feeling very burnt out, but you need to remember that you guys are at the final stage of a creative project, okay? So, you know, whatever you've been working on, I feel like for the past 8 or 9 months is about to be completed soon, okay? So keep going, okay? Don't let this Mercury retrograde energy make you feel like, I'm hearing you're a failure, or make you feel like you're not good enough, or that you can't complete this project, because you've already put a lot of work in, okay? You've already put a lot of work into this, and to just give up now would be giving up on your greatest potential. I'm hearing that, okay? This doesn't even have to be related to a creative project. This can also be related to just something that you're passionate about, okay? Because the wand suit in tarot relates to passions, okay? So you could be passionate about a relationship. You could be passionate about your job, okay? You could be passionate about a friendship group that you've been developing, okay? So yeah, it doesn't have to be a creative project, but you know, something that you're passionate about is definitely going to test you guys during Mercury retrograde, okay? And you're being called to stick with it, whatever that is. Know that you have the capacity to communicate, okay? Because I'm hearing and feeling that you guys feel like you guys don't have the capacity to, I guess, solve your problems related to what you're passionate about. You feel like I don't know, I'm hearing a joke. Like, you feel like you're a joke. You feel like, again, like you're not enough for these people or this person that you're involved with, and that's not true, okay? You're at a final test, a final climax, and I feel like with Venus retrograde as well, I feel like we've been integrating a lot of lessons from that recently with the Venus Cazimi, the middle point of Venus retrograde, but Mercury retrograde is still going to test us, okay? So yeah, you're being called to remember all that you've been through this past month with Venus retrograde and how you have solved those problems effectively, okay? How you've gotten past those trials and tribulations related to your passions, okay? So yeah, keep going, okay? Stick it out. Don't let, you know, a minor setback or maybe a heated discussion or argument, you know, make you feel like something is over. Okay, I'm hearing that, okay? Because, yeah, this could happen in romantic relationships, friendship groups, family dynamics, okay? Anything, okay? So, yeah, if there's some sort of big argument that happens, don't let that make you give up, because it's just there to test you, okay? And to make you evolve in terms of your communication, okay? So, yeah, that's a big message there. All right, so let's pull another card, okay? So what other message do we need related to that Nine of Wands card? What other message do we need? Ooh, the Six of Swords. Okay, this says boundaries. Okay, so yeah, after whatever setbacks you go through during Mercury retrograde, after whatever miscommunications or arguments that you have, okay, I'm seeing that you're going to be able to communicate calmly after those, okay, and you're going to be able to set boundaries with those people in your life involved in that situation so that you can effectively move forward in your communication, okay? But the Six of Swords is a card that does not relate to holding grudges, okay? It wants us to move forward from, you know, miscommunications, from conflict, okay? It wants us to let go of the past and accept, you know, that whatever happened, you know, just happened, okay? That it doesn't have to be such a big deal, I'm hearing, okay? So yeah, you're being called to definitely reevaluate, you know, anything that comes up around, you know, arguing, like related to frustrations, arguing, feeling like you have to push yourself hard, okay, feeling like you have to be in control of people, feeling like you have to dictate things to people, tell them what to do if it's with a creative project, okay? You're being called to reevaluate your communications related to all of that, okay? Because, yeah, it's time to move forward. It's time to leave these types of conflicts behind, okay? Because I sense that whatever comes up in Mercury retrograde is going to be related to a pattern that's been playing out for most of you guys' lives, okay? So yeah, whatever comes up, you're really being called to sit and journal about those things, okay? If it's arguments, if it's, you know, frustrations, I'm hearing mediation as well. If you have to mediate, like, I don't know, maybe an argument between friends or family members, okay? You're really being called to journal about those things because they're going to give you some pointers on what patterns you need to break, okay? Because that's really what Mercury retrograde is about. It's about breaking patterns related to ineffective communication, okay? That's what we really want to do here. And because swords relate to communication, you know, this is such a good Mercury retrograde card because it tells us that we really do need to move forward in our communication skills, okay? So yeah, that's something, yeah, if anything comes up, you guys are being called to not hold on to it too hard. You're being called to not give up, okay? You're being called to not break up. I'm hearing that as well because, yeah, you could get into arguments with significant others or, you know, romantic partners. You're being called to problem solve instead, okay? Instead of doing what you always did before, which was run away. Okay, you're being called to face things head on. Okay, what else do we need to hear? Okay, we have 5 of Pentacles reversed, and this says emotional withdrawal. Okay, so yeah, things are going to definitely be coming up about self-worth. Okay, so 5 of Pentacles is a card that relates to poverty and lack. Okay, so this could also be related to money as well. So yeah, if you're having trouble with business deals or communication related to money, finances, or yeah, your own business, stuff around that is definitely going to come up in order for you to reassess your self-worth. Okay, I'm also getting the vibe that some of you are afraid to ask for what you want. Okay, maybe you're afraid to ask for a raise at work. Maybe you're afraid to ask for more responsibilities. Maybe you're afraid to ask for a new team or something like that. Like maybe you want to have a new team at work. Maybe you're just not getting along with some people. I'm seeing that you're afraid to ask for what you want, and because of that, that's keeping you stuck. Okay, it's keeping you in this lack energy where you feel like you aren't fortunate, where you feel like you can't manifest abundance, and that is not true. Okay, so yeah, you're really being called to reassess your lack mindset right now. You're really being called to do some shadow work, and I'm hearing rediscover, because I feel like you guys have already done a lot of shadow work, but you're being called to rediscover those places where you feel like you're not enough. Okay, so yeah, when it comes to communication, I feel like this is really going to relate to your relationships. Okay, this could relate to your romantic partnerships, not feeling enough for your partner, not feeling enough for your friends, not feeling enough for your family. Okay, I feel like that's all going to come up, and you're really being called to journal about those things when they do come up, so that you can start to be more self-aware of those things and heal them. Okay, so I do feel like a lot of healing is going to happen during Mercury retrograde, and it's interesting because the devil is on the back of the deck, and the devil relates to unhealthy patterns. Okay, toxic patterns where we feel like we're stuck, where we feel like we can't get out of them. And the lesson with the devil card is that we can. Okay, we can always fight our own demons. Okay, and that's the vibe I'm getting with the 9 of Wands, that it's really time to fight our own demons here. Okay, and to face them head on, so they stop affecting us subconsciously. Okay, because that's what's really happening right now when it comes to communication, and I feel like that's been happening probably throughout Venus retrograde. And it's interesting because the myth surrounding Venus retrograde with the Sumerian goddess Inanna or Ishtar, okay, she did descend into the underworld, and she had to basically face her demons in order to rise again. Okay, so I feel like that's what you guys are basically doing during Venus retrograde, and I feel like Mercury retrograde is assisting us in that. It's helping us to go deep into the underworld to discover how we've been self-sabotaging in order to, stop those behaviors from self-sabotaging us more. Okay, for the long run. All right, so that's what it is calling us to do. All right, so now I'm going to pull some oracle cards, and then we will wrap up the reading there. Okay, so the first deck I'm going to pull from is the messages from your angels oracle. So what message do we need for Mercury retrograde? Ooh, okay, so this says, Bethany, when you take care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, sea salt bath, or pedicure. Okay, so it's really important for you guys to self-care during Mercury retrograde, okay? Because, you're going to be feeling a lot of energies. You're going to be very energy sensitive to other people because there's going to be miscommunications. There's going to be delays in communication. You know, people might have very harsh communication at times. Okay, so because of that, it's really important to do some self-protection. I would definitely do some protection spells before Mercury retrograde starts, okay, so that you can feel like you have boundaries, so that you can feel grounded, okay, so that you're not taking in too much, and so that you can prioritize yourself and your self-care. So yeah, I would do some spells related to protection so that you can, you know, put that energy into your psyche, so that you can really be aware of when you need a timeout, when you need your introvert time, okay, when you need to retreat and just, you know, have a nice bath or give yourself a pedicure, okay? So yeah, don't be afraid to take a time out from people so that you can keep your energy field clear, okay? And I feel like that goes back to the selenite crystal that I showed earlier, okay? We want to keep our energy clear and cleansed for Mercury retrograde, okay? So yeah, use selenite every day. You wave it over your body, wave yourself down with it, okay? So that you can make sure that you feel clear and cleansed for Mercury retrograde, okay? All right, so let's pull another card related to Mercury retrograde. So I'm going to be pulling from the Sacred Hags Oracle next. What else do we need to know here? Ooh, okay. I love this card so much. Tears of an Earth Bride, okay? So yeah, this tells me that some of you will be feeling very, very angry and frustrated, okay? It's okay. Some of you, especially if you guys are fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo, you guys will be feeling heightened emotions during this retrograde, okay? But this is a message, you know, if you know you're prone to anger, if you know you're a very fiery person, okay, this is your call to go to the earth when you're feeling upset, okay? You know, if you feel like you need to take a break from people, go take a walk outside, okay? Go touch some grass, go hug a tree, okay? You know, you can even go scream in the woods if you want. This is giving me the vibe of screaming in the woods, okay? But it's really time to connect to the earth when we're feeling heightened emotions, okay? Because it's going to help us feel more grounded. It's going to help us feel supported. You know, the earth is always here to support us, okay? We are creatures of Mother Earth, okay? So because of that, if you want to, you know, rage outside, if you want to, like, hit the ground with a stick or something, okay, because you're so angry, go do that, okay? Yeah, go stomp on the ground, okay? If you're feeling just upset and you feel like you have nowhere to like channel that energy into, okay, channel that energy into the earth, okay? You can even like squeeze some crystals really hard to ground yourself, okay, if you're feeling angry, okay? Because you can put that energy into the crystals and the crystals will absorb that energy, okay? So yeah, I would definitely do that, okay, if you're feeling super angry during Mercury retrograde, okay, so that your energy, you know, is more, yeah, cleansed and calm, and so you're not putting all of that on the people you love, okay? Because I sense that a lot of you guys maybe don't want to react so strongly to things, but at the same time, you know, it's okay to have emotions, okay? And it's good to find an outlet for those more heightened or angry emotions so that you can regulate yourselves better, okay? So a good outlet to, you know, express your anger is to go to the earth and just, you know, let it rip, okay? And don't feel bad about it, because it's totally okay. Everybody gets angry. Everybody gets frustrated. It's a normal part of human life, okay? All right, and let's now pull from the Work Your Light Oracle to see what this has to say. What does the Work Your Light Oracle want to say about Mercury retrograde? Okay, so we have Dance with Life. Okay, so yeah, you guys are still being called to move energy. This says do something to change your energy, okay? So yeah, it's really time to do dance meditation, especially outside. It would be really good to do a static dance during Mercury retrograde as well, okay? Because yeah, you guys are going to feel a lot of heightened energy. Yeah, you might feel stressed, you might feel overwhelmed, you might feel, yeah, like really angry at people, maybe furious at times, okay? And a way to channel all of that frustration is to go dance, okay? Take a break from people, do something, you know, active by yourself, go work out, okay? Go for a walk, you know, yeah, dance, hula hoop, get your body moving, okay? That's really important so that you can release any pent up energies that need to be released during this time, all right? Okay, and let's pull one final oracle card from the Osset Egyptian Oracle deck, and then we will wrap up the reading there. Okay, so we have Giza Plateau, Sacred Journey, okay? So this is a reminder that whatever happens during Mercury retrograde is part of our soul's evolution, okay? So yeah, I sense that when things come up during Mercury retrograde, you're going to feel like these things aren't in alignment for you. You might feel like life is unfair, or you may feel like you don't like people anymore, or that you're just over people, okay? But take some time to reflect on that, okay? Because I feel like people may be doing a lot of stuff in the moment. So yeah, we don't want to be too impulsive right now. We want to remember that we're on a sacred journey throughout life to evolve and grow and ascend, okay, and learn things. So yeah, anything that comes up is a way for us to learn something, okay? So try to think of it that way. Try to think of Earth as a school and not a place of stress and strife all the time, you know, because it's not. You know, the Earth has abundance, you know, things grow here, and, you know, we're supposed to grow too, all right? So remember that anything that comes up is coming up to help you grow, okay? So it's going to help you learn, it's going to help you grow, it's going to help you change related to your communication. And if you really reflect on your communication skills, you'll be able to grow and change for the better, okay? All right, so yeah, Mercury retrograde does seem like it could be a little bit stressful, but yeah, luckily we do have our spirit guides and the tarot to guide us so that, you know, when things do come up, we can take a step back and reflect on them and come back to our center. Okay. All right. So if you feel like you need any guidance for any of the retrogrades, you can book a reading with me on divineblackfeminine.com. And if I don't see you in a reading, in a personal reading, I will see you in my next YouTube video. Okay. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Okay. If you like this video, it would really help me. And I hope that you guys have an awesome rest of your summer. Bye, everybody. Thank you.